Hey guys, I'm back with our market update part 2, so let's get started. Booster box recap, since it's been pretty hot recently. Seems like the market has slowed down for Sword and Shield. Not really much price increase or decrease at all. And for booster box in general, the biggest differences are that Paldea keeps going up. It's at $2.90 now, up $6, and Obsidian is at a new high at $2.30. There's going to be a TG player sale tomorrow, which I've been talking about for the last few days, but it's definitely got a big impact on the market. So that starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and there's some 10% store credit thing with some possible limitations, which I'm not really sure because that's not fully clear. But it's going to definitely flush out the market a lot, and we're going to see a lot of prices affected. For Destined Rivals, we're seeing the prices still remain about the same. If you look at the price differences, it went down, 12 cents for booster boxes, 5 cents for bundles, but prices have been relatively steady. And yeah, if you're in the boat of wanting Destined Rivals to be worth a lot later on, then you're basically hoping that a lot of them will be bought by the time with the sale tomorrow, which I think a good amount of people will buy Destined Rivals with 10% off. That is good incentive. And usually what I see is usually there's gonna be at least 100 booster boxes sold for a lot of the things, but some of them will sell hundreds and hundreds of booster boxes. I'm just not fully sure which ones will get the most attention. Um, there's just certain plays that better than others. If you're going to buy items, I would probably go after ones that are older, just to I go after ones that are older because they're less likely to go down, they're less likely to go up and down in the future. I don't know if I said that right. But yeah, booster boxes, the demand, despite the sale, has been still about 50. A little bit on slightly lower side, not quite 60, but 50 is still okay. And there's already 37 bought today. For ETBs, demand's gone back up to about 40, and bundles demand has gone to 11. Journey Together is still kind of doing so-so, to be honest. It's one of the boxes that definitely needs a flush in supply because there's just too much of it, to be honest. So the prices haven't really changed that much. Booster box, the normal one is up $1, the other one's down about $1, and PCTV is down $1, and bundles are down about $1. And when we look at cases, the lowest case box from a case is still about $188. But you still see in this listing it's 4 straight days without any sales. So that's pretty shocking. There's so much of it, so it's not really a great sign for Joining Together. And this one at 220, still selling about 5 per day. I really don't fully get what's happening here. It seems like people are just not buying this, and maybe people are looking at this listing, but it's really weird how people are spending $20 more where it's probably the same box. Yeah, it's just pretty strange to me. So you're probably not getting the non-enhanced version with this. And let's see, normally TB selling 22 is kind of so. PC TBs selling at 5 is kind of so as well. I'm curious which PC TBs will be bought the most because I'm pretty sure some people will make some PC TB plays. Some obvious plays are going to be certain booster boxes for Seals, certain booster boxes Scarlet Violets, some specialty sets that like Crown Zenith that you don't think it's gonna go up as much. Either get some deals on some better value products from specialty sets like 151 or even probably inflates. It's just there's things are definitely gonna move. It's just I'm not sure which ones are gonna move the most. Trying to get booster bundles, selling okay about 32. And yeah, cases. There was a little more case activity. So one bought the last couple of days, and 3 were bought today, at the 11.40 price. But there's still these cheaper ones at 11.30, and this one over here. This other case no one's been buying. All right, so I want to talk about Crown Zenith. So Crown Zenith has honestly, I'm seeing a lot of packs starting to rise. And so CNSI is going up. Crown Zenith packs are going up. The number of Crown Zenith packs bought was 143. Yeah, I'm continuing to see that most of these specialty sets are selling over 100 per day. This is Crown Zenith 143, 151, almost 500, and Prismatic 123. But yeah, so Crown Zenith packs, I see 1035 over here. There's not that many packs for these lower listed ones, and it's not too far from 1050 over here. And that's honestly it's about the same price as 151, which is like just amazing because I remember when the Costco memes happened where people would fight each other to get 151, like Crown Zenith was not fought as after people didn't fight as much for Crown Zenith. Not that they knew exactly when the drops were, but it was just so much cheaper, and now they're about the same price, which is pretty crazy. Um, Only two Sea and Sky were bought, but yeah, it's at 153. I'm curious how much this goes at after the TCG Player sale. I think the main reason people are buying Sea and Sky is just because it's a sealed thing. So some people want to invest in sealed instead of like just loose packs, and just it's so much cheaper than buying like a bundle ATB. It's like $3 less per pack. It's only 60 cents more um per pack if you buy Sea and Sky. I did get a comment someone saying that they're the ones who bought like a ton of the Crown Zenith packs the other day. And yeah, it was like it was a pretty sensible thing for some of the packs. What you can do is that there's a shipping cost, like $1 shipping cost or something. Then like this one over here, what you can do is that you can, if there was like more of these, you can get a bunch of the packs for like that price and only pay the shipping once. So sometimes just you get some pretty good deals for when you look at those sort of things. ETBs are selling just slightly higher at about 7 yesterday, and yeah, they're still the same as yesterday at 155. Still pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if people went after some of these Crown Zenith ETBs. And then bundles haven't been selling much at all. Yeah, I think that they're in a weird place because there's not technically more value in bundles. Like ETBs at least have the promo card, but there's not technically more value in bundles, so it's just kind of weird where they are. And people are very hesitant to go over about like $80 to be honest, so it's at 82 right now. But I expect a lot of Crown Zenith to be bought tomorrow just because it's such a loved set, and we haven't been seeing any reprints of it. Let's go 151 next. So the main price wise, the main change was technically about the ETBs. Going up about $15, and they've been steadily rising up. I think they're more like around 225, and now they're about like 240. So that's big enough jump. Packs have been rising, and I want to know about packs. Like this 1025 is a little inaccurate. Like it's actually more closer to 1060, and bundles are still doing pretty well. So bundles pretty much $70. Demand is kind of going down. Whenever bundles start hitting around 70, it's when people start buying less. But yeah, as I said this before, like 151 is such a favored set that eventually I won't be like, it's gonna be amazing with these things at like $100 just because the pack price is so high. UPCs selling kind of slow at 1. Packs, yeah, I mentioned this in a video yesterday, but as of right now, the current total is about 480 packs sold in the last day. So people took advantage of a lot of the cheap packs. I put 1025 here because there's 24 packs here, but then it goes to 1065 pretty soon. So 151 packs have been recovering, and but that's still a bunch of packs. That's like 100 packs. This is another 100 packs, and the next big price jump is at 1090s. The ATBs I said were going up. Yeah, 4 sold yesterday. Posters only having some mild demand. They're still pretty cheap. They're still the cheapest way to get. They're still a pretty cheap way to get packs. And what's gonna happen with posters is that posters are going to tie loose packs soon. Loose packs are getting close to 1060 price, and then posters are already at the 1060 price. So I think posters could possibly go up, or sometimes the packs even surpass it. To be honest, like posters don't have the biggest correlation with other things. To be honest. People just don't like posters. So PCTBs, none sold yesterday, 1 sold today. Binders, 1 sold yesterday. They've been always hovering around this 140 price. Alakazam, 5 sold yesterday. That's not bad. And I always see like a $64 one. Zapdos boxes, none of them sold. And Blooming Waters, good amount. 9 bought yesterday. That's a good amount. Um, some people, I don't know, some people seems like blowing waters for a reason. I'm not fully sure why, but people do like getting it. So I wouldn't be surprised if people bought some of those. Um, but let's see, if I want to buy 151 with the TCG player sale, I would either go cheap, so for long term stuff, packs or bundles, or if I'm getting packs, maybe posters. And for longer term stuff, let's see, PCTBs are really expensive, but the UPCs, maybe the price per pack is about $20 compared to the ETBs, which are $26, and the UPCs come with the promo cards. Like compare that, like Alexander boxes are $16 a pack. It just might be worth more. I probably wouldn't pick up the binders, but I would probably go personally. Like I think I'd like to go after like the UPCs, um, out of everything, or the cheaper stuff. Okay, so Prismatic. Yeah, I'm just so curious what will happen in like 2 days. So Prismatic is the last thing. So yeah, ETBs are still kind of struggling around their 120 something price, so that they're at 123. Surprise boxes and binders have gone down quite a bit. Like binders just are close to $60 again. Tin displays down $1. Pouches had a really big drop at like $55. That's so cheap. That's the cheapest you can get Prismatic now. Aside from Sylveon Tex, but they dropped about $3. All right, so ETBs. So demand at 44. Super Premium collections, yeah, they've been spiking up a lot since release dates pretty soon. I've already saw some people on like Discords showing that they're getting them from, I don't know, Target or whatever. I don't know which store exactly, but yeah, they're getting them at pretty cheap prices from the stores. But yeah, I'm not surprised people are selling them, or buying up a lot of them. And it's interesting because this usually happens with Prismatic, where sometimes there's not a lot of quantity, and you'll see scary numbers like 93 sold yesterday. There's only 182 left, so that's like 2 days of supply. Usually they don't all sell out, but I'm curious how this will go. But normally once the release actually happens, um, then other people are allowed to flood the marketplace. These are all like a lot of these are more like well-known sellers, so they're allowed to sell before release date. But um, once the release date actually happens, other sellers are allowed to enter the market. It's really interesting what will happen because the CG player sales on the exact same day as the release date of this, so that's just going to cause a ton of chaos, to be honest. And since this is coming up so close to the Destined Rivals release date, that also causes a lot of chaos with that. PCTBs has pretty low demand yesterday at 1. I think people are waiting for the sale on TCG Player, possibly. There's not really a good reason to buy a lot of these. They've been pretty stagnant in price for a while. Just wait for the 10% off. Bundles have been selling kind of so-so, 65. Quantity is pretty high at 761. Usually, even 600s are high. 700s like really high. Yeah, they've been kind of stuck around 73. Pouches, yeah, I said these were really, really cheap. Selling still about the same rate per day, about 10 per day. And there's, yeah, GG Midvale selling these at $55. That's really, really cheap. That's like $2 less than the next one. Packs are, let's see, I said that 123 Prismatic packs were sold. I think out of all these things, I'm kind of most interested in how packs are doing. So yeah, I think 1147 is a pack because there's only 12 of these here, and there's a lot of people selling around 1150, pretty much. Surprise boxes, demand is pretty much the same, around 22. Quantity is around 300, a little high. Tin displays sold 3. Binders sold 9, which is a little lower than normal, but not too bad. Leafy on Tech, no one's really buying these. 2-pack blisters, so, yeah, no one really buys these. Posters, no one really bought any yesterday. Sylveon Tech, more bought yesterday at 6. I guess people are taking advantage of the really cheap packs. Yeah, I'm just waiting for these, like, yeah, there's only so many of these around $32, and then it starts reaching more appropriate pricing. Glaceon, no one really bought, and then only 1 sold for like the Umbreon tin, and then 2 for the Sylveon. But yeah, we really the markets. A lot of these things are gonna shift dramatically tomorrow. Um, but yeah, I can see how some pouches are cheap around like 11.50, but a lot of prismatic things you can't get for less than 11.50. So Sylveon Tech, there's still a couple left. Glaceon Tech, there's still a couple, and like the Leafeon Tech, some people could buy those for cheap. But other than that, let's see. Super Premium Collection will be interesting. Because people might flood the market. I don't know exactly which way the price will go, but there's definitely way more demand here than these like stupid pouches. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna see how the data goes in the next 2 days. But just now, like depending on what your investing strategy is, there's gonna be opportunity with the sale. Um, so good luck, guys. Bye.